Welcome back. Today I'm going to read Chapter 3 of The Secret Soldier, A Country in Trouble. The America of Deborah Sampson's time was nothing like the America of today, with its millions of people living in the 50 states. Most of the country was still wilderness where Indians lived. People had come far across the ocean and settled the colonies along the eastern coast. Deborah was born in Massachusetts Bay Colony. There was 13 colonies. Most of the people who settled there were English, and of the 13 colonies belonged to England. The people were ruled by the King of England far across the sea. In time, many people in the 13 colonies wanted to be free from England's rule. They wanted to make their own laws. But the King of England wanted to keep his colonies. He needed the money for his government. One way to get money from the colonies was to make the people pay taxes. Most of the people in the colonies did not think that was fair. The king made rules about many things people did not think were fair. Rules about hunting, farming, and fishing. Rules about running the businesses, and even rules about worshiping God. Year after year, the trouble between the colonies and England grew worse. In every village, on every farm, the people talked about the troubles. Should America be free from England? They asked, even if it meant war. Like everyone else, Deborah Sampson heard about the troubles too. 1770. Deborah was 10 years old. In Boston, the people were angry. The King of England had sent over his red-coated soldiers to see the rules were carried out. The Americans did not want the soldiers there in the first place. And then they heard that they would have to pay for the soldiers' expenses. 1773. Deborah was 13 years old. Although most Americans love to drink tea, they say they should not buy their tea from England. They wanted to be free to buy tea from any country they chose. But England sent over ships loaded with tea anyways. One night in Boston, some Americans dressed up as Indians. They went aboard 3 English ships in the harbor. They dumped the tea into the water. Deborah heard about the Boston Tea Party and laughed. But when the English king heard about it, he was furious. He sent over more red-coated soldiers. 1774. Deborah was 14 years old. The king punished the people of Boston. He said that ships could sail in or out of Boston until the tea was paid for. Everyone worried that the people of Boston would starve. They thought of ways to help them. Some people planted extra corn to send to hungry people of Boston. Deborah helped plant the corn on the Thomas farm. 1775. Deborah was 15. The trouble was getting worse. In many villages, people were ready for war. Groups of men and young boys began training to be soldiers. They were called Minutemen because they were ready to fight at a minute's notice. Deborah watched them drill in her village. People in many villages began collecting guns and barrels of powder. They hid them in secret places. One night, the British soldiers were sent to the town of Concord, near Boston, to seize the hidden guns and powder. Some colonists found out where the British soldiers were going. The people had to be warned. The Minutemen had to be called out. The night, Paul Revere and William Dawes rode the horse on the road to Lexington and Concord, warning the people the British are coming. So by the time the British soldiers reached the town of Lexington near Concord, they found more than 50 Minutemen ready for them. The fight followed was the first of the Revolutionary War. Deborah heard about the bells of Middleborough ringing, marking the first battle of Long War Head. 1776. Deborah was 16. A brave farmer from Virginia had been chosen to lead the American army. His name was George Washington. In the city of Philadelphia, an important paper was being read before the first Congress. The paper was the Declaration of Independence. It said that all men were created equal, and it said that they have the right to form their own government and to be a free country, free from England's rule. On July 4th, 1776, the people in Congress voted for the Declaration of Independence. They voted to be the United States of America. News of the new government reached across the land. Deborah heard the bells of Middleborough ringing out again. But not everyone in the colonies wanted the United States. Some people still wanted to belong to England. They were still loyal to the English king. These people were called Tories. It was one thing for America to say it was free, but it was another to win freedom. 1778, Deborah was 18. The war was long, the news was sad. So many times it seemed that the United States was losing the war. Then help came from France. Ships and soldiers came from France to help the weary American soldiers. France helped America win some of the important battles that would put an end to the long war. The Thomas children were growing up. Deborah had to say goodbye to the oldest boy who left and went home to war. Thanks for tuning in today. See you for chapter 4 tomorrow. Bye.